Hey there, everyone. Today we're talking about Jungle Jarvan and the build that I use for him, and it's also cover the jungle path for him. Let's get right into it. Jarvan's a wonderful ganker, uh, one of the best initiators in the game. Tanky, DPS, bruiser, whatever you want. Let's kind of talk about his spells. His passive is martial cadence, so his Jarvan's first attack on a target deals 8% of their current health as bonus magic damage, which is maxed at 400 damage. And it can occur on the same target only once every 6 seconds. It's an amazing harass, especially solo top. You walk up to your opponent every 6 or so seconds, hit them with an auto attack, run away. It's just some amazing damage and amazing harass, and it's almost overpowered in my opinion. They did nerf it down from 10. I also use this to my advantage from juggling. So let's say you're doing wolves, for example. Start off with a big one. Throw your spear down. Throw your flag down or whatever it's called. Throw your spear, knock them up. Then hit the big wolf with that. So you proc your what's it called? You proc your passive. Then switch to another wolf. Hit that with your passive. Then switch to another wolf. Hit that with your passive. Then back to the big wolf. Kill it. That way it'll be up against the other ones. Just to use it to your advantage and maximize your damage output. So his Q ability is Dragon Strike. Now, he extends his lance, dealing physical damage and lowering the armor of all enemies in its path. And additionally, if this hits his standard, his E, it'll pull him to the standard and then knock enemies up and deal damage to them in the wake of it. So yeah, he extends his lance, dealing 70, 115, 160, 205, and 250 damage, plus 1.14 of his attack damage. And it lowers the armor by 10, 14, 18, 22, 26% for 3 seconds. Yeah, and the spell range is 500, and the cast range is also 500, obviously, and the cooldown at rank 1 is 10 seconds. Each rank it goes down by a second, so eventually it'll be 6, so that's nice. The cost increases by 45, 50, increments of 5, ended up with 65. His W is Golden Aegis, so Jarvan calls upon the ancient kings of Demacia to shield him from harm and slowing surrounding units. So pretty much what it does is it forges 50, 90, 130, 170, 210 shield, plus 20, 25, 30, 35, and 40 for each additional enemy near him, enemy champion. And his health is shielded for 5 seconds, which slows enemies when it's popped by 15, 20, 25, 30, and 35% for 2 seconds. The spell range is 450, and the cooldown is 20, and it goes down to 12 in rank 5. The cost stays 75 regardless of the rank. Yeah. His E is Demacian Standard, which I already mentioned kind of how it plays in part with his Q, but I'll talk about that after. Anyways, Jarvan carries the Pride of Demacia, passively granting him bonus attack speed and armor. When you activate the standard, he places it down and grants those benefits to nearby allies for 8 seconds. His passive increases bonus attack speed by 10, 13, 16, 19, and 22%, and his bonus armor by 10, 13, 16, 19, and 22. When it initially goes down, nearby enemies get dealt damage 60, 105, 150, 195, 240 plus 0.8%, or 0.8 per ability power point of damage. And it does magic damage to all enemies in the general area. It's just a small little area. The spell range is 600. The cooldown is 13 seconds regardless of level, and the cost is 60 seconds regardless of level. I already mentioned that if you throw down the Demacian Standard and hit it with your Q, it'll pull you towards them. Anybody in the wake will get knocked up and dealt damage to. His ulti is called Cataclysm, and he leaps into battle, leaps at his target, and he creates a arena around him, so impassable terrain, and dealing physical damage 200, 325, and 450 plus 1.5 per attack damage point. This is a great initiate, and it lasts for 3.5 seconds. Yeah, it's great initiate. He's just great initiate all over. Throw your standard down, pop your Q, knock them up, slow them, perfect initiate right there, or your ulti, flash ulti, whatever. The spell range is 600, the cooldown is 120 at rank 1, 105 at rank 2, and 90 at rank 3. The cost is 100, 125, and 150. Let's discuss masteries. His masteries are more or less kind of unethical, and they're not your average. They're not your average junglers. First off, you go to offense, which is for every jungler, and you pick up, your smite. Then you go into defense. You grab, resistance, 1 in resistance, 3 in hardiness, 4 in evasion, 1 in nimbleness, 1 in hardened skin, 2 in defensive mastery, 1 in veteran scars. The reason you kind of go defensive is because he doesn't have any lifesteal abilities, nor does he have a lifesteal passive or anything like that, so it's become more tanky so you can survive longer. Then you go into utility, which is like your average jungler, and you go into 1 out of 3 in good hands, 3 out of 3 in preservance, 4 to 4 in awareness, 1 out of 5, 1 out of 3 in meditation, 1 out of 1 in greed, 2 out of 2 in utility, 3 out of 3 in quickness, and 1 out of 1 in blink of eye. So it's pretty much the same utility-wise. It goes a little deeper since you're going less into the offense tree and more into the defense tree. Defense utility with 1 in what's it called? Plentiful bounty. Sorry, which reduces the cooldown on your smite, and it also rewards 5 gold. So that's pretty cool. Next, let's discuss the runes. The runes I play with are physical damage quintessences, so straight physical quintessences. As for my marks, I use straight armor pen marks, like I use 15 armor pen. As for my seals, I use straight damage seals, so with the added quintessence and the seals, I get 11 plus damage at level 1 physical damage, and 15 armor pen with my glyphs. My glyphs are 5.7% attack speed, so at the end, 5.7% attack speed, 15 armor pen, and 11 attack damage level 1, which is pretty beast with especially with his Q. It reduces their armor, so you hit so hard. Also, another thing to point out, the way armor pen works is, besides, it's not percentage, it's not 15%, it's 15 reduced armor. So if they have 30, they have 15 against you, so you reduce 15 of their armor. If this goes for magic resistance too, if you go below 1, if you reduce it so low, you actually do bonus damage. That's how it works. Just to let you guys know if you didn't know. Now let's talk about the build itself. I like to start off with cloth armor and 5 health pots, but you can go with regrowth pendant and a health pot. Depends if you're getting leashed or where you choose to start. I like starting out blue with a leash, and I like the cloth and the 5 health pots because it's more durable and you can last. I don't know. I like the survivability better of it, and it's a little safer in my opinion. Then after that, you go for your Philosopher's Stone. Then boots, obviously, Madrid's Razor, turning into Regals, get your Heart of Gold, the Merc Treads, Warmogs, Atma's Impaler, Trinity Force, and Force of Nature. This is kind of a tanky DPS build. You can go straight, tank too. It's kind of your preference. Base of this build is your Heart of Gold, Philosopher's Stone, and your Regals and Merc Treads. After that, you can kind of go where you want. This is just the way I like to go. It's tank your DPS, so you do sustainable damage, and you will be able to tank them. Yeah. The route itself, so I like to start, as I said, I start at blue with a leash. Then I go to wolves. After wolves, I go to race. Now at this point, you can gank mid if you have the appropriate mid with like a stun or a slow or something like that, because you will have your knock up and your slow up by this point. So it's worth a try. You won't have red, but or an exhaust or any knight because you'd be a jungler, but you can try it if they've overextended or whatnot. If not, then go to golems, and then after golems, hit red buff. Now at this point, you can gank bot if they're overextended. Hopefully your team hasn't pushed too far. So yeah, it's a good place to gank bot. If not, go wherever need be, or go back, grab your stuff. Level 6, level 6 probably, or when you get your Regals, you can start hitting the Dragon when you looks like it's free to get a kill. And if you play by this, your initiator, you're kind of a tanky DPS, pretty much take the blunt of the impact. He's a great hero throughout the game. I can't say enough good things about Jarvan, and I hope you guys enjoyed this guide. I will make more. So subscribe, comment, and rate. And if you guys have a question or input, go ahead and throw your comment down and give me some feedback if this worked for you, if you liked it, whatnot. You know what I mean? I'll just show you guys some game scores that I had with this build. So yeah, I'll pop this up and have a good one, guys. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more. I will throw more out. I hope to have like a actual video of this. So yeah, I'll get that out soon. Please subscribe. Thanks. Bye.